Life Thing Podcast with Eniola and Pamela. Welcome back once again to our podcast. Thank you for listening. If this is your first time listening, we are so glad to have you here. And if you are a returning listener, we are so happy that you are here.
This is the right place.
Exactly. This is our first episode since going live, I guess. And honestly, the responses has been overwhelming.
Yeah,
our friends have been supportive. Everybody that has been supporting, that has been posting, that has been riding with us, everybody that has been commenting, we love you so much. We love you from the depths of our hearts.
Everybody.
Exactly. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for listening to our podcast. Honestly, that's the response has been grateful, blowing my mind.
Comments, some of them are very hilarious anyways.
So, Babylary, I would like to ask, what has your reaction been like to the podcast? Because for me, I was very nervous. Like, the day we were posting, I was just screaming. I was screaming inside.
We were cold.
I know, right? The rain was falling, but it was like a different kind of cold. Was just
we're cold. We're nervous.
I was so nervous to post like the first
because we're just like, okay, we are doing this. Like, we're really doing it.
That was hours I was screaming.
I don't even know why she was screaming. Because I was like, why are you screaming?
I was screaming because this is something that I've never done. Putting myself out there and posting something like this is something that is going to be on the internet forever. This is something that might eventually become my brand. And it was going live that day, and I was just so nervous that
Let me even tell you what I was thinking that day. I think for me. I don't even know why I had this thought, but I don't think the people I knew, my friends, were even like my own, like maybe nervousness. I think it was the people that I felt like I did not know that were going to listen to it. Do you get like the public? I don't know.
And the public was people I know because it is not unusual for me.
Yes.
For people that really know me, it is not unusual. But then this was just something that I was putting myself out there. And it just felt like a lot. It felt like a lot of things. But then we're glad we're here. We're glad we're back again. Okay,
we're back again.
So on today's episode, we'll be talking about the issue of marriages. Like, I know it's sudden. But something happened this week that really broke the internet, so to say. So apparently, a celebrity's marriage crashed during the week.
Allegedly.
Is it really allegedly? Because it was actually her husband that came out to say it.
But she did not. Like,
so now she hasn't responded. Okay, but then regardless,
should we even use the word crash because they're just separated?
It starts crashing from separate. If a plane wants to crash, engine failure, so possibly.
Can you imagine what this guy is saying?
See, I'm not supposed to be joking about it because this is a serious issue and this is something that affects us as well. Not as Instagram in-laws now, but more like we see these things on the internet, and many of us are using the internet. We see these people's marriage on the internet, and then we're like, oh, we too. The concept of marriage is something that is in our minds, and when we see marriage like this crashing, we want to talk about how it affects our mindset, like the issue of marriages these days in this century, how it has shaped our perspective, and how it has shaped so many people's perspective out there. Because we'll be reading some Twitter reactions on this podcast. So, Pamela, what do you think about this issue?
See, guys, it's not like maybe I like gist too much. People should not go and think I like gist.
She likes gist. She does like gist.
When I heard this gist thing, I was shocked, but not too shocked because there were rumors already about it.
Exactly, and I always say that in every rumor there is a hint of truth inside. No matter how ridiculous the rumor sounds, there is always something true about it.
There is, but then I don't want to, because I like this person. Yeah, I like
we all do. Like, so, she's a very loving person.
I don't want to believe it at first.
I don't know how personally, but then the person that she shows on social media is like, oh, this person is a fun person, and she's just happy, she's living life, that kind of thing.
Yes, exactly. So she's somebody I really like. So I chose not to believe it, not until I saw the gists.
So for me, I don't know. When I saw it, I was like. Actually, it started with trends. You know what Twitter trends, and you just see a name trending, and you're like, why is this person trending? Only for me to open it, and then it is that reason. I'm just like, God, again. I know it
Exactly,
seems
that kind of
ridiculous to
thing.
say again, but it's just that based on past occurrences,
Yeah.
we just like again, and it was just so sad. Not as an internal person, but more like this is someone that many people look up to, I guess.
Yes.
And to now see that okay, like this person is going through stuff, and it's this kind of thing. It just kind of like it just kind of gave me this another one down the drain kind of thing, like. Funny enough, it didn't really like affect me much because on the internet these days, always in
A lot of
marriages
a lot
crashing.
of broken, wow.
So it got me thinking
Countless.
that like so many people will be like, oh, this is why you should not get married. In fact, there were some reactions on Twitter. There was this particular tweet that stuck with me, and I'm not saying it stuck with me in a I'm holding on to it. It stuck with me in a some people in this life, some people on this earth are just ridiculous. Because imagine they're telling you somebody's marriage is going through stuff, and the first thing you can think to say is, oh, never marry a woman that has it all, like, bro. Because it's just to be like, what would that be the first thing you have to say? What would that be your opinion? But
honestly,
it's social media, it's the internet. So many people ridiculous
that's
opinions.
just it with opinions. Before I post on Twitter sometimes, I just used to like I would delete post, like I would delete just because of all these opinions within. But everybody's entitled to their opinions anyway, exactly. And we all have different opinions. So yeah, when I heard this gist, what came to my mind was it was like sadness for her. Like I felt sad for her because I've heard that she has had like failed marriages before. So I was just like, God, did she really have to, like, does something like this have to happen to her again? Like, it was sad anyways, really sad.
So Wableya, I want to ask you, like, what do you think about marriages?
Marriage is a sweet union, like between two people normally. So if you're with the right person, marriage is a good thing.
Okay, so now we all agree that marriage is a nice concept. Yeah?
It's a very nice
but then
concept.
with the way, like, everywhere one marriage is crashing, now that one is crashing, like, is there any way that it has affected your own mindset on like getting married and stuff?
I think the only thing that actually affects this thing for me is maybe I don't want to get married to someone that is popular. I don't want to get married to. Although I'm not saying.
But then it's only popular people that their marriages are crashing.
No, like what he asked me is like, has it shaped my belief in some way? So like that is like the only, like, for now, the only thing that will make me be like, oh, I don't want to get married to someone that is a celeb or someone that is popular because of this kind of this, like, you know, when your marriage is out there, is more. Like, I don't know the word to use, but like
I don't even understand it. I know people say that when your marriage is in public eye, it's more likely to crash. But then it's not even about that. There are so many people that they are popular and then they are married. They've been married for years and everything.
There's the good.
There's the good, but then it's just like the cases of when you have tomatoes and then you put one rotten tomato
inside the good ones. Yes,
so in a way, like, those kind of thoughts are like corrupting the good minds about people that are popular and getting married. But then we know our own will be different. I hope to get married one day. It's definitely not going to crash. Definitely not going to crash.
Especially those that have built something good, something great, and God, I don't just know what's. Sometimes when I just see a marriage that has been good, in fact, sometimes marriage of 20-something years, and then I don't know.
But then it's just different strokes for different folks. But you see this social media thing here, because another point people were talking about is that because on the post the partner of this woman that seems to be the one in the center, actually it's their marriage, the husband, because I feel like we should be equal in the naming. The husband made a post, and in the post it was like for 2 years they've been separated, and people came up with this. But on social media, you guys are always making TikTok. You guys are always making videos, dancing all around. And then another tweet that stuck with me that I kind of feel like, okay, yes, this is the tweet, is that we should not believe everything we see on social media, because that was like the most shocking part of the whole thing. The way they were always dancing on social media. Funny enough,
recently, Father's
Day.
Oh my God, I
was on my mind on Father's Day, like the woman involved still made a post like hyping her husband. Yeah, I'm going to use word hype. It's not hype more.
And you really think these people were really enjoying the like,
as in
they were having fun?
Honestly, like when people say Instagram is a fake place, please, it is really a fake place. We need to be careful what we compare ourselves to, because it's just comparison that causes all of these thoughts. And TikTok as well, because it really blew my mind. Honestly, it really blew my mind. But then, Bamera, I would like to ask you, what's your opinion on this social media apps? Because a lot of social media apps
don't let us even go there. Don't let us even go there, because they are it is different for different apps. It is different. You see, I think the one that I'm always more careful is that Twitter. That is Twitter.
Twitter is a place that if not come correct,
yes, you have to be careful with it, because the tweet you made, maybe when you were not really, like, maybe you do not have sense. Got it. Imagine when she was like 14 years old or 13, and then now probably she's doing something, and they brought.
And you're using it to judge her now.
In fact, whenever I want to type, I'll delete. I'll be like, this thing that I want to type in the next maybe few months now.
Like, how will it exactly that kind of thing? I used to do that thing, I'll be like, this thing I'm about to do, it's going to come back and haunt me in the future. Like, if it's a yes, I'm deleting that thing. Yeah. Even if that's been my draft, like, probably I'm still drafting, and I'll be like, this thing is something I can come back and bite.
Yes.
I'll just like not tweet it, because I don't know where I'll be. Imagine now I'm starting a podcast. So much should I say, oh, you said this and that. Never going to be me. But then
it's actually it's very enjoyable, like reading people's opinions on a lot of things.
I like reading your tweets.
Sometimes just like I also read a tweet one time too, like few years back, when someone said Twitter is a place where your opinion, you see someone who expresses your opinion even more than the way you want to felt about it. And you see some people that will still come
against your opinion, and
yes,
they will try to present
something that is so opposite, even from normal thinking.
But then it's just like perception. Everybody's perception is different about certain topics. So it's just sometimes it's just interesting to see that different kind of people, like, they have different perspectives about different things. But then, like, this brings back to, you see, the case of digging up tweets. The internet is a funny place.
Very, very funny.
The internet is a very funny place, because any small thing, it's just like anybody that is in public eye, anything you do, even if you are not in the public eye, it's just, in fact, there have been cases of just regular tips. Twitter people are called trips that tweet something, and they'll be like, is this not the girl that just said?
Yes.
Honestly, like,
some people will even have it's like the receipts for you, so that if you go and fuck up,
it's as if they've been waiting for you to follow your hand, but
oh my God,
it's not going to be okay.
So I remember there was a time that someone tweeted, maybe it was like an health organization, so that it's like the cure for HIV was out or something like that. You know, this kind of tweets that will just be like, or maybe they are trying to make it or something, the vaccine. So under the tweet, I just wrote like, thank God, now HIV has taken a lot of lives, that kind of thing. So I just wrote like thank God that at least there will be a vaccine or treatment for this thing. And then somebody now replied my tweet with this emoji of like, so am I trying, like, it felt like this smack emoji, like as if I had the infection, like,
as if you had the virus, honestly, and you were
I finally found the cure. It was so fun. I was just like, what is wrong with this person? Can't I just like thank God that there's
but then it was fun. Maybe the way you said it we never can tell. But then, like, let us all be careful what we put out there on social media. Let's be very careful, because
we should not just be
the internet never forgets. The internet never forgets. If you do anything, you go collect. Honestly, that's just the way it is.
You don't know when to come back for you.
Exactly.
Yeah. What do you think about what do you think we can do? No, we can't actually do anything. Sorry,
it's not a place now.
But no, like,
now marriage does it better.
What do you think, like, can make like broken marriages reduce? Like, because these days it's actually on a high rate. Honestly, what do you think it's like?
I feel like
we should do, or
I feel like it's not a place to see.
Reduce.
I see personally. Me, I cannot say this the way carry this, because Me self, I never get married. She get all of this thing is still OT. She get.
Yeah.
So I can't really say
there's no manual for
exactly.
it anyways. There's no manual for it.
I can't really say this is the way to reduce because to be honest, even me, I don't know. I just feel like the concept of marriage is something that is really sensitive. Very sensitive. And then when we now see some of things like this, I don't know what's going on in their marriage. I can't say, okay, this is the reason why they broke up. It's not my place.
There's no. That's what I said. There's no manual.
It's not my place to say that kind of thing. So I would just rather not say because I don't know. It's just not my place. I can only do better in my own by myself. Yes, like other people.
But probably what we should just end it with should be everybody should just try to work before on themselves. Everyone should just try to be better for themselves. Don't
just go into these things like with a free mind. I feel like many people go into marriage without being ready to do the work, and no, I'm not saying that's the reason for everybody. Yeah, but it's just that some people, and for other people it's just different reasons. Like I saw a post the other day, I think I was telling you about it, that the lady, she got married 6 months ago only to find out that her husband is impotent. I will not say she should stay in the marriage now.
It's actually true. That's another reason.
There are different reasons.
Everybody should just try to be a better person at the end of the day.
See, that's what I say. You got married to a lady.
Which homes break now is high.
It's high,
really high, and
secrets everywhere, and it's just weird, honestly.
See the time of the DNA. See, that one is even another topic.
Another topic. See, that's what I say. This type thing
is wild.
It get as it be. A lot of things are involved. A lot of things are happening. But then we would like to end this episode on that note that please, before you get married, if you want to get married, be sure that's what you are ready to do. Be sure you are ready to be inside that marriage. Don't just go into the marriage because it's a flex and everything.
But you know that some people at some point they might be ready, but when they enter the marriage, one thing or the other. So
anyone,
it's like a progressive thing.
It's a
everybody
personal
should just
thing.
Keep on working on themselves.
It's for popularity, it's a progressive thing. For me, it's a personal thing. Be sure of yourself. Be sure of your partner, so that you will not go and be a statistic. Because now it's not a statistic. Everybody's becoming mass. But regardless, that's everything. So with that, I would like to end this episode. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Thank you.
This is This Life Thing podcast, and in this life, get us.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for listening. So do well to like and subscribe. Share our podcast with your friends. Share with your parents as well.
Yes.
At this point, everybody to listen to us. And if you've listened to this podcast before, listen again and again and again. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is This Life Thing podcast.